Alright, so it's about 6:30. I'm not really in a huge hurry to get to the lake. The sun rises at 7:45, but the temp is like 56. Or the high today is 56. Let me say that. I think when the sun comes up, it'll be a little bit better biting. So I'm about an hour and a half away from the lake, so I'll get there about 8, maybe a little bit later, which that gives it about 30 minutes, 40 minutes of daylight. Give it a little warm up. So we're gonna go to my favorite lake today. Finally get to go kayak fishing on my favorite lake. I'll see you guys there. Okay, so we're gonna do something different that I have never done. This is my favorite lake, all right? I've spent a lot of time researching the lake. I don't have a graph, so I just spent a lot of time looking at maps of the lake, trying to figure stuff out. Okay, so this lake is shaped like a lowercase y. All right, there are 2 creeks that feed in. You have the main creek, and then you just have another minor creek. The main creek flows in year round. Water's always coming in year round. At the mouth of that creek, it's around 8 foot. On one side, it's grass, trees, and it's really shallow on one side. And then on the other side is like a little rock wall. That's where I spend most of my time fishing. Just because, I just like it over there. I got pretty much everything I want to fish. I got current, structure. So I've spent a lot of time fishing over there. And then on the bottom half where the other creek feeds in, it's all trees and grass. The creek it doesn't flow in year round, but water does feed in right there. That side has a lot more trees than grass, so I do spend a lot of time over there. And then there's this arm that I'm sitting in right now. There's no creek. There's nothing that flows into it. There is brush, and there's a big secondary point out there, underwater point. You can't see it. This side gets hit by the sun most of the winter, so it's the warmest during the winter time, I think. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I know that it's the warmest side, but if that water over there that's flowing in is warmer than what the sun can heat this water up to, then I guess the other side's warmer. I don't know. But I talked to the groundskeeper, and she said the water temp is 44. It doesn't feel it. She said it's still in the low 40s. It doesn't feel it, but you never know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend a lot of time fishing this side, the side that I don't ever fish, to learn from it before I go to my go-to spots. I know my go-to spots are probably going to hold fish, but that's what we're going to do. Okay, very first cast with that red crankbait, and I caught one. Is it a smallmouth? Is it a smallmouth? Sorry, this is taking so long. It's not a smallmouth. He just got some red eyes. Okay, I'm going to put him back in the water and we'll keep fishing. There we go. Sweet. That's awesome, man. Very first cast. That's ridiculous. Like the very first flipping cast. Boom. This is a decent sized fish. He's decent, he's decent. Oh, he's not coming off. Tube fish. That's awesome. I'm having a good time. I love fishing this lake. I mean, there's good fish on here. I mean, there's big fish on here, but you can come out here and you can do some fishing, you know? Guys, I'm fighting a huge fish right now. Like, I mean, oh my lord. Oh my lord, I need help. I need help. Oh, where's my net? Where's my net? Stay down, stay down! Open! No. Oh, he ain't coming out. There's no way. Oh my lord. Ow! Hand cramp. Oh. Oh man, he missed it. And I'm. Okay, so this is. Let me turn this camera on right in front of me so you can see my face while I'm talking. Because I'm gonna have to explain everything I was doing and all this jazz. So, oh no. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and release her. I'm assuming it's a her. There she goes. Yes. Okay, so I just watched what I recorded of me hooking that fish. Well, I'm such an idiot. That was a straight up struggle. Like I said, 2 hours of fishing, not a single fish. The wind picked up, so I've been fighting wind, and that's why it makes it such a struggle when I'm kayak fishing. It's because I don't have a power pole. Oklahoma wind is killer. It's always 20 plus. You know, I'm up against rocks, and so I was just banging it. And then when I hooked her, I straight up thought I was hung up. And you know how like you do that thing where you hit the back of your pole to pop it loose? I was doing that for like a good solid 2 minutes. Not even 2 minutes, probably like 30 seconds. And I just see my line just, you know, start moving. And I was like, ah! And it started bobbing. So I think my hook set was me hitting the back of the rod. That's what I think my hook set was. That was a straight up struggle to record that part. That footage is just, I look like such an idiot. Okay, I'm gonna get back on the water. I'm hooked into a big one, guys. Oh, I'm hooked into a big one. Another big one. Oh, do you see him bolt? Look at him bolt. Look at him bolt. I wonder if it's the same freaking one. It could be. What if it's a bed? Can you catch the same freaking bass off a bed twice? I don't think so. There's no flipping way. There's no flipping way. I'm gonna have to, I don't want to use my net. Different bass. It's two big bass. It's two big bass. That's crazy. There's another one. All right, here we go. There we go. All right, this is awesome. There we go. Oh, boo. Boo! Homie probably gonna die. Took that straight to the brain. There you go. Boo! I want a bigger one. Oh, here we go. Oh, it seems pretty decent. Oh, that's why. Oh no, there's a fish! I had it on a log and I caught the fish. He ain't bad. He ain't big. He ain't bad though. You know what? It looks like I'm sticking to the 2 today because I've thrown everything. And it seems like I got 1 bite on that crankbait and then the rest of like the 6, 7 fish I've caught been on that stupid 2. Alright, I'm done. I'm going home. Look at how freaking high up it's burning.